Good afternoon, everybody. This week we read Parshas Shlach. Parshas Shlach really ties in right from the beginning, right to the end. At the end of Parshas Shlach, we have the mitzvah of tzitzis. We say this every day in davening, in our liturgy. This portion from the book of Numbers, chapter 15, talking about the fringes that are to be attached to on the corners of garments. There are various customs in various Jewish communities how one should wear the tzitzis. One opinion is that which is that of the Shulchan Aruch, of the Mechaber, Rav Yosef Karo, is that the garment should be worn on top of one's clothing. That the garment that bears the tzitzis should be worn on top of one's clothing. Then there's the opinion of the Arizal, Rabbi Isaac Luria, the great Kabbalist, although Rav Yosef Karo was also a Kabbalist, that said that actually the fringed garment, the talis kotan, should be worn totally underneath one's garments and not even the string should hang out. And the probably most common Ashkenazic practice is that the strings could be out and the garment is under the shirt. In general, it's the Hasidim, depends on which Hasidic community, but the Hungarian and Galicianer Hasidim, Polish Hasidim, who will wear the garment on top of the shirt, although often in deference to the Ariya Kodesh, they might wear a vest on top of the tzitzis, and in addition to that, of course, the bekesh or whatever, the rekel on top of that, hiding it. And in general, though, men from those communities who wear short jackets will not wear the tzitzis on top of the shirt. Only if they're wearing a long jacket will they wear the tzitzis on top of the shirt. And even many who wear long jackets still don't wear the tzitzis on top of the garment, the beged, the talis kotan on top of the shirt. They're different customs. Interestingly, this is one of the areas where the Hasidim follow the Mechaber, who is Sephardi, and the Sephardim generally follow the Ariya Kodesh. Usually the Hasidim follow the Ari, but here the Sephardim follow like the Ariya Kodesh, who is also half Sephardi. He was half Ashkenazi and half Sephardi. And as much that the common custom among Sephardic Jews is to totally hide the garment and the tzitzis, have the tzitzis tucked in, the tzitzit, as they would pronounce it, even though it's probably the more proper way to pronounce it with tzitzith. It's not an emphasized yud there. In any event, a friend of mine, a chavrusa I had in yeshiva, and we actually attended more than one yeshiva together. Now a very distinguished Talmud Chacham and a Rav in his community in Great Neck, and he's a Sephardi. And he briefly, very, very briefly, attended college at Nassau Community College, very briefly, maybe for a week or two, and he realized it's not for him. Very pious younger man, and a Talmud Chacham, and someone who inspired me very much in learning. A lot of my derech halimud I gained from his guidance. He told us, just learn. He said how much bittul Torah there is in the world, and people are sitting around trying to figure out what to learn. One could just learn. And the fact of the matter is that it's very true. If you just learn, you're going to accomplish so much. You're going to find out, wow, you know, that you cover so much ground when you just learn. And if you're like me, a little bit ADD, you learn. You can have a few different things open. You learn a little bit here, a little bit there, but you wind up covering ground. You wind up finishing Shas. You wind up accomplishing great things. Just today, I was Messiahim Mishnayos Seder Moed for I don't know how many times I've done that. I don't count. It's not It's about twice a year I'm finishing the Shas Mishnayos, and you could do that too. Anyway, I digress. So this friend of mine now he's a rabbi, and he's a real rabbi, not like me. I'm just I just play one on TV, He's a real deal. So this friend of mine, he was describing how someone was saying a person who wasn't Jewish, who was obviously not Jewish, in the college there was saying, there, I see you have, I know what those are, that's tzitzit. And how awkward it was for him, how uncomfortable it was for him. And I asked him, I said, Kenny, I said, don't the Sephardim keep the tzitzis tucked in? He said, yeah, but Chacham Avadia, Rav Avadia Yosef, was the great posek, the great halachic decider for the Sephardic Jews, and really his psak halacha he meant for everybody. He didn't mean just for the Sephardim, incidentally. And we could rely on him for a lot of things. We don't have to. He really wasn't saying Sephardi halacha the way people think of it. If you want to brush your teeth on Shabbos, for Lazich for Vavadia, as Grace Genig plates us, you couldn't for Laz of him. But he said that Chacham Avadia said, if you need chizik, you should wear your tzitzis out. So, if you need extra inspiration and strength to strengthen your piety, you could wear them out. So he felt that being in a secular college, in that environment, he needed more chizik, and so he dressed. He displayed this external piety that generally would be frowned upon from a Kabbalistic standpoint, for whatever reason. I think if you read the what's the name of the book, the Chosen, they talk about how the difference between the German yeshivas and the Hasidic yeshivas, they were playing ball together, and the Hasidic boys, they were Mekayim Arisa Moisai. They were Mekayim, they fulfilled that what is written, and you should see it. You should see the fringe garment, the fringes, you should see it. And you should see it. Is that a beaver? Because I've never seen groundhogs over here. I was going toward the river. Anyway. So, the point that I want to bring out here, and then I think he said that the boys from the German yeshivas, if they even wore tzitzis, they certainly didn't wear them out. Which is a shame, because if you study the way German Jews lived in the 1600s, meaning before the time of the Baal Shem Tov, they lived like the Hasidim do today. I think that one's a fox. Seeing all kinds of wildlife here. Once saw a snapping turtle over here, almost to my mother's farm. So anyway, the point that I want to tie those strings back to the beginning of the Parsha is that when the Meraglim are sent out, when the spies are sent out, Moses tells them they should check out Harafim Chazaku in the Machanim and Sarim. Are they strong? Are they weak? Are they in open camps, or are they in walled, fortified cities? Now, when it comes to walled and fortified, which do you think is stronger? Now, the gut reaction would be that the walls would be stronger. I'm not making a political statement here. I support the wall. I think because we got to recognize our own weakness, and it's healthy. But if you have walls, you're inherently weak because you need the walls. And if you don't have walls, then you're a tough guy, So the same thing, if we're hiding our Yiddishkeit behind a wall, it's because we're weak. But if we have our tzitzis out, then we have chizik. I have a lot more to say about this. I gave a lot of sermons on this subject in the past. You can look up online. So thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe, comment. Look at my sermon for Parshas Shlach from Crescent Hill Synagogue. So I should say I'm impressed. I used to be a good rabbi back then. So thank you for watching. God bless. Maybe it wasn't presented so well, but the message was. I was reviewing it because we showed it in the prison today, and I was like, whoa, that was pretty good. All right. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment. We'll see you later.